I'm a huge fan of the band Pup, and YouTube has obviously seen me watching enough of their videos that it decided to recommend me a tier list recently. I'll link it in the description. In that video, the person was ranking most of Pup's songs, but not all of them. And I thought, if you're going to rank songs, you got to rank them all. You got to rank the ones from when the band went by a different name, the ones that are included in a compilation album with a bunch of other artists, the ones that are only made available for one day, the ones that are released physically with a limited edition magazine. You got to do them all. So I put together that tier list, and it came to 80-something songs, and even removing the ones that are alternate versions of the same song, that's still about 3 times the amount of songs that another Canadian punk band called NOBRO has. So to spare your sanity and mine, I'm going to do NOBRO instead. There is actually a link here. When I went to go and see Pup live a couple of months ago, they had NOBRO opening for them, and way back in the day when Pup was called Topanga and NOBRO didn't exist, but their lead singer was in another band, they had Topanga open for them. So that's a nice full circle moment. They've known each other for a long time. I'm going to do this in vaguely chronological order, standard format, S, A, B, C, D. I always found it weird that S is red and D is green, by the way, but I'm not going to change it because it's standard now. But also down here at the bottom we've got unrankable songs, and I'll tell you why. 2014 original lineup, Catherine, Mariana and Martha, released a demos EP with 3 songs, Tell Me Your Name, Tequila and Coming Back Home. The site for it was archived, but the songs themselves were not, so you can't listen to them. This is basically me just flexing that I know they exist, but all I've done is read the Wikipedia article. They say that once something is on the internet, it's never truly deleted. This is the exception that proves the rule. Can't find them, can't listen to them, can't rank them, so they are unrankable. But then in 2015 they changed their lineup. Martha departed to be replaced by the legend that is Sarah Dion on the drums, still in the band to this day. But before that they'd recorded another EP called Stoke Level High. That was released in 2016 and it contained 3 songs, Paranoid, Backslide and Call the Doctor. So finally after all this spiel we get to actually ranking. Paranoid is brilliant. I mean, I like NOBRO, so these are probably all going to be pretty high, but it's a great opener. By 20 seconds in we have Mariana's amazing guitar that's let loose and it just carries out the whole track. You want to turn it up loud. You want to sing along with the guitar as much as the lyrics, and the lyrics are solid. They're about someone acting in a way that makes you paranoid of their behaviour. It's not overcomplicated. It does what it's there to do. I'm giving it an A. It's proof that NOBRO were something special from the start. And then comes Backslide, and there's plenty I like about Backslide, but I have a preference, generally speaking, for angsty and energetic songs. That's why I like Pup so much. And NOBRO can be a very angsty and energetic band, but Backslide just isn't that. That's kind of like, whoa, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a bit lacking for me. It's got a little something to it. It's still sing-alongable, and I like a song that has a bit of catchiness to it. The guitar solo's cool. It's not a D. I don't want to dismiss it, but it's not one that I'd have in rotation, really, so that one gets a C. Last of that EP is called The Doctor. The first NOBRO music video, I believe, not on their channel, interestingly. It brings the angst and energy back, so it gets points from me. I like that Catherine's voice is a bit more raw in the verses, the chorus is very catchy. Lyrics are a bit lacking here for me on this one. I keep making Pup comparisons, and let's not pit legends against each other, but they're an example of a kind of dark humour and sarcasm in their lyrics a lot of the time, which I love. And instead, with NOBRO, with this song, you have a kind of basic verse and a basic chorus, and they just get repeated, and that doesn't help it for me. So it's sitting in the middle of the other two at a B level. And then guess what happened? 2017, they changed the lineup. They said goodbye to Mariana on guitar. She went to go and live on a goat farm, and that left Catherine as the only original member, and it had an effect on Catherine and Sarah, as we shall eventually get around to. So they replaced her with Gabrielle LaRue. Not only that, they brought in Lissandra Bordage as a keyboardist slash percussionist. She absolutely rocks the bongos, pure brilliance. Alongside Sarah, they both make up 2/3 of another band called Les Shirley. I really like their song Corbin Dallas. And right at the end of 2017, an episode of Letterkenny aired, and you'll find claims on the internet that say in that episode of Letterkenny, they play Woman is a Free Freak by NOBRO. So I looked up Woman is a Free Freak by NOBRO, and sure enough, there are videos of it being performed before and after that episode aired. It doesn't seem to be a cover, it's an original song. It was just never released publicly. I guess it was made only for TV, and then they bring it out on stage too. Except I watched that episode of Letterkenny, and I didn't hear it. And there's a comment on one of these sites from someone saying that they didn't hear it too. I like the song, the riff is excellent. I think it's a riff, I don't know a lot about music. But Gabrielle's rocking it, whatever it is. It's just such a weird specific bit of misinformation. If the song wasn't there, where did they get that from? I'm going to hold off on ranking it until I can find out more. So that one's also unrankable. And then the kids are back. The kids are indeed back. They're settled in as a 4-piece now. The EPs are out of the way. This is their first release single, which I think was intended to be off an upcoming album. It's 2 minutes 45 of pure energy. It's exactly what I want. I'm putting it up there with Paranoid. I'm doing it. Putting it up there as an 8, and I'm moving swiftly on to Kick Out the Jams, an MC5 cover. Interesting for a few reasons. Number one, when I saw them live, Catherine did the "Are you ready to?" bit, and I fully expected it to be followed up by but instead she said something completely different, and they played a cover of Neat Neat Neat. Second up, there's no Gabrielle LaRue. They changed the lineup. They got in Miriam Paulette on guitar, and not only that, they have Jackie Ramona on flute. The original song does not have a flute, but adding in a flute is a genius idea. I love this cover so much. Everyone's given it their absolute all: vocals, drums, keys, bongos, bass, flute, guitar. It's an amazing cover of the prototype of punk, and it's more than deserving of an S tier. After that, they confirmed that Gabrielle was gone and replaced with Caroline Carbonneau, but Gabrielle actually went on to form the duo Easy Tiger with Sarah, because Sarah apparently never sleeps. First up from NOBRO is this new 4-piece, which I believe is the current lineup, was Mongoose, another cover by Fu Manchu. I don't think NOBRO are capable of a bad cover. The guitars are so good, the bongos are brilliant. I love that that's kind of become an aspect of this band with the Sandra coming in. It gives them a unique twist. This is another A tier. It's damn near an S. But yeah, it's a real high A for me. And then came the big one. For realsies this time. They're settled in. They're in their stride. When you open up their Spotify, right at the top with 1.3 million plus streams is La La. This is angry, this is shouty, this is powerful, it's got feedback screaming, it's pure sing-along. It does a thing that I love that I guess Misery Business is a good example of, where it kind of has this intro that leads you in and then it just kicks you in the face with all the instruments. Lyrics aren't complex, and I've docked points for that before, but hey, this is a list based purely on how I'm vibing, and I'm vibing with this song. I've imagined a whole music video for it in my head when I'm listening to it. I love it so much. It can't be anything less than an S. And then they released a few more singles. You remember that album from earlier? Well, it became an EP, and the singles are on there, so I'll do them all together. So before that was released, it was cover time again. As I said, no bad covers. This is Game Is My Middle Name by Betty Davis. It's a straight A. Bongos are always a win. Backing singers they've got into, unfortunately I don't know their names, but they're amazing. I love listening to this one. It's proof that NOBRO can be punk and funk and whatever the hell they want to be, and they always smash it, and I seem to have missed it when making this tier list. So it's an A, and I'm going to edit it in seamlessly after the fact, and you'll never even know. So, Sick Hustle, the album turned EP, featuring Don't Die Till I Get It All, Don't Want to Talk About It, and Mariana. Don't Die gets bonus points from me for an awesome animated music video. Also, Catherine is just going full screaming on the floor at the end, which is very fun to see live. Yet another A. They're a good band. They make good songs. And Till I Get It All is perhaps the NOBRO song. I keep saying energy, but it's just one that really gets you pumped. It's got the blown out speaker effect on the vocals. All the instruments are impeccable. It's one that I used to play over and over again, and I still totally would. I might have to give it an S. It does everything perfectly. Don't Want to Talk About It is heavy sounding. I like that a lot. I think there's a song with a similar sound they release later that does it better, and we'll get there, so it's not going to the top. But if it comes on, I'm not skipping it. It's still great, and so that makes it another A. I'm sorry, it's all A's. But that's another A from me. Mariana. I said her leaving had an effect. They wrote a song about it. Oh my Mariana, why'd you have to go so far away? This one's got a key change in it, which is interesting. Bonus points for the bongos, bonus points for the sort of tangibility of the lyrics. But do I like it? Yeah, I like it. But would I choose to play it over other songs? Is it a B? Or do I just want more variety in my tier lists? I think it's a low A. Where Mongoose was a high A, Mariana's a low A, but it's an A nonetheless. It's a good song. You should listen to it. I mean, you should listen to all of these, but yeah, Mariana's an A. And then there were more singles that led up to, finally, in 2022, Not an album, another EP. It's got 7 tracks on it, which is an album in my eyes, but it's under 30 minutes, so whatever. It's called Live Your Truth, Shred Some Gnar. I really want the t-shirt with the cover art on it, but they all sold out. It kicks off with Better Each Day, which itself kicks off with a gospel sound, which is really cool, and then it cracks open a can or something and comes in with some thumping drums, and yeah, it's a good one. It's got energy. I keep saying energy. I like energy so much that I'm tempted to give it an S, just for the genre mashup they've got going on. So yeah, I'm going to do just that. Better Each Day, S tier. Julia. I don't know if I like Julia. Sorry, Julia, whoever you are. I do like it. I like But You'll Always Be a Legend. That gets stuck in my head randomly a lot. But I don't know. I'm not as fond of it as I don't like the chorus compared to others, I guess. I think it's a perfectly fine song. It's just in the shadow of better ones, so it still gets a passing grade. But that's going to have to be a B. Eat Slay Chardonnay. When I say Eat Slay, you say Chardonnay. I have no idea what gets screamed at about 116, but I love it all the same. I got curious, and I went and looked it up, and it's glass of white wine, please, in French. So there you go. I love how it ends on some really cool guitars, and then just caps them off with, whatever. It's all around great. It's going to join the overcrowded A club, but that's a good thing. It's a good song. Not Myself is the other heavy one I was talking about. I love it. It's the other side of the coin to me. If you're not going to come in at 1,000,000 miles an hour with all the energy in the world, then you're going to go hard and heavy and make it sound thick like molasses, and all the lead vocals are like a fight and the backing vocals complement them perfectly. And then you take it up a notch with Gimme Fire, Carol, and she does. Amazing solo. And then there's almost like alarm-like sound comes in that gets incorporated in. It's an S tier. It's such a good song. Bye Bye Baby is a French song, so I had to do some translation. It seems it's about a lover leaving, and they didn't seem like the best lover, but you're still violently sad about it. Energy, energy, energy. I say this all the time. That's what gets the points. Amazing guitars on this one, courtesy of Caroline, I believe, and she also took lead vocals on it, legend. I love the just screaming, I am sad, in French before the song just breaks down. It's so good. Only reason I don't have it on rotation is because I can't translate the lyrics in my head. That's a me problem. But based on how I was at school, I don't think I'm going to be conquering French anytime soon. So it's an A from me, but really it should be an S on anyone else's list, and I'm just an English idiot. Get With You has slightly Julia vibes for me, and that it's a song that's really good, and I don't like it quite as much as the others. But it does have the keyboard in it, like a lot, sounding kind of like an organ, as well as bongos, and we have a drum breakdown, and it's higher than Julia for me, but I think maybe I'm just not as fond of the lyrics. Julia was B, so maybe it's an A or a high B, perhaps. It's still very, very good and very, very worth a listen, and it makes you want to move. But yeah, that's a high B for me. And then they round off the album with an acoustic one. Life is a Voyage, recorded on mushrooms, and they leave in all the chatter about it being Shroom o'clock at the start, and I find that very fun. And I really like Life is a Voyage. It's one that I come back to when I want a more chill vibe. It's a perfect closer, and for reasons I can't even explain more than just it's got good vibes, I think I've got to give it an S. Livin' La Vida Loca, Ricky Martin cover, off the Gotham Knights video game soundtrack. I say that NOBRO do no bad covers. This is perhaps their weakest cover, but still a good one, but maybe through no fault of their own, I just think it's a weirder song to genre swap. Also, maybe I've just been more unfamiliar with the source material of the other covers, whereas this one has been more seared into my brain, even if it's just because we share a surname. It gets points for Harley Quinn Association, because I like Harley Quinn, specifically the animated series. It gets points for Video Game Association, because a video game soundtrack is how I found Pup, and that's a nice full circle again. But it loses points because Catherine starts shouting stuff, and I can't make out what it is, because it gets kind of lost in the mix. So we're going to go with a B, I think, again for this one. Then, Let's Do Drugs and Delete, Delete, Delete. When I saw them live, they performed 2 original unreleased songs. These are them. You can find a video of Let's Do Drugs online, but I can't remember all the lyrics or make them all out from that video. I enjoyed the bit of stage banter beforehand about the drugs being cheaper in Manchester but better in London, and how that divided the audience into people who could verify that or not. That was fun. But it's kind of just like Woman is a Free Freak. I'm going to call it unrankable till it gets a proper release. Delete, delete, delete is one that you've got to take my word for, because there's no video for it that I can find. And the only lyrics I can remember are "I don't want to be on the internet" and "delete, delete, delete." So I guess it's apt that there's no video. Apparently it has been played a few times. I think people just referred to it as internet song until someone got their hands on a set list and it said "delete, delete, delete" on it, I believe. That's what I've written here. But I think Catherine spilled a beer on her set list when I saw them. Much like the others, it's pretty unrankable at the moment. And finally, we come to Cocaine Freaks. No video, no lyrics. The only proof that this one exists is someone saying that they heard it once. That makes it pretty unrankable. Bit of an anticlimactic ending, but NOBRO have just finished recording 13 new songs, so maybe we'll finally get an album out of them, and maybe this one will be on it, and we'll get to hear what that sounds like. I, for one, am excited. The end.